Hello. Apologies for being away for the last couple of weeks. I've been in the United States of America. I've been playing some video games at Summer Games Fest, and we got some news to share. The first big one is going to be the roster for Demon Slayer 2 seems to be fully announced already through a now deleted tweet. But we got a lot more to talk about, and we will revisit some of the most important stories for the past 2 weeks. Welcome to today's Around the Bush. Welcome to Around the Bush for June 13, 2025 for the latest anime game news. And folks, here it is. The full Demon Slayer roster in all of its glory, thanks to Waltz Galaxy for saving this. But it was an official tweet that got deleted, but not before people grabbed it. Now, there were 2 final character slots. Given the color, I think we could guess that there were going to be Academy characters, so the full roster was indeed done. I have asked Sega a lot of questions during my time in the United States. I'll make a video on that. They have been surprisingly open about answering most of those. There was one question about netcode they dodged, but everything else they answered pretty clearly, so I'm really thankful for that. One of the questions I asked was, is this the final roster, or are there more surprise picks after the final 2 reveals? And they said no, that's the end. That's the final. So I'm not expecting a Bleach scenario where a character is unlocked later. Sega themselves said this is it. So like they said, over 40 characters or 36 if you know how to count. Because basically, I mean, we don't count Academy characters. They have new ultimates, but the moveset is the same. If you want to count the duos, and that is Yahaba Susamoto together, if you want to count that as a separate character, or Gyutaro and Daki, if you want to count those, that's 38 characters total. But if you don't, it's 36 overall, which is a way more than the previous game. You know, I'm not underselling this. I'm just saying it's not more than 40 Sega. Okay.
And how much did the previous game have?
You gotta go count. I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah,
I think it launched with 12, and then Demons made it 18. And I think, wait, how many DLC characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 7 characters. So 18 plus 7, that would be 25. I think 25 characters total. So 36 now. Or 38, depending on how you count. Yeah, it's murky waters. Look, I do think that playing Yahaba Susamoto as a duo is going to be significantly different than playing these characters solo. 100% is going to be a different experience. But to call them a separate character might be a stretch. I think it's the same as well, if I play Makomo with Rengoku, I get to do different things than if I play Makomo with Tengen, right? But that doesn't mean it's 4 different characters. That's still 1, 2, 3. So playing these 2 together, I can't really count them as a separate character. But whatever. You know what you're getting. The final number doesn't matter to me as much as the number of different gameplay experiences, and I'm super hyped for this. Not only because the roster has been finally revealed, but they also released a trailer. Crazy trailer, by the way, to release minutes before my appointment with Sega, where I got there and we just released the trailer. I don't know if you saw that. I'm like, what? No. What are you talking about? And this is a massive trailer. Probably the trailer with the most info we have seen so far. Relive. Yeah, oh, by the way, I want to pick up on that comment, Dobby. The Academy characters not being skins is so stupid. I agree with that, especially in this game where there are selectable ultimates. Because, the reason why you'd make them separate in the first game is because they have a new ultimate. But now you can just select it. So make it a skin with a selectable ultimate, right? Instead of taking up a slot. Doesn't make sense. So this is basically a features trailer. It goes through all the game modes that you can experience in this new game. And there is more here than you would expect. There was more here than I expected. But yes, first, you have solo play story. Relives the story of Entertainment District, Swordsmith Village, and Hashira Training. So yeah, told in premium CC2 story mode stuff. You got unique boss fights. You got the free roaming. This is the stuff that I got to play. I posted a video explaining the playthrough on the main channel, but it was basically 3 different boss fights with 3 different characters that are not new, but they've all been balanced in different ways, and I try to break down as much as I can. Path of a Demon Slayer. There's 2 difficulties, normal and hard. This is basically the boss fights from the first game. It sounds, from the way they described it to me, sounds a bit like a boss rush mode. But it has some cutscenes in between just to catch you up to speed. It's not the full first game story mode, but it's like, get a quick recap while going through the main boss fights of the first game. So it's a nice bonus, in my opinion. And you can have it be more challenging by setting it to hard, or you can have it, I think, like the first game was, which is just on normal. So they have reworked those boss fights, as far as I know. It's not over 40 playable characters. We just went through this. But yes, this was the previous screen they had. Now we know who those final 2 are. Versus mode, offline versus, is what you would expect. Some characters now have a second ultimate. So there you go. This is the ultimate from Nezuko from the first game. And there's the new ultimate now from the second game. Selectable ultimates are now a thing. Also dual ultimates depending on the specific characters that you picked for a team. They just revealed a new ultimate today with Tanjiro and Genya. It's not my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. This is a big deal, by the way. Gear. So I've seen gear in story mode. There's a bunch of it. I opened the menu for gear. There's like 3 times what you have here. Like, honestly, there are so many different buffs. And the reason why I'm saying this is kind of a big deal is because this is not only for story mode. This is also for versus and online. Now it's not going to be in ranked, but it is an option for online casuals if you want to make a lobby and just enable gear if you want to have kind of a different challenge. And as you just saw here, like some of these gear pieces actually take 2 slots instead of just the 1. I don't know if there are 3 slot gears as well because they are just that powerful apparently. So you have a lot of customization options if you want to enable that stuff. Yeah, what's up?
Did you ask Sega if they were going to be in ranked and they said no, or are you assuming? Yes,
but I'm spoiling my whole video at this point. I did ask Sega. They gave a more complete answer than that, but no, it's not going to be in ranked.
Okay, that's getting across that it's confirmed. That's important.
Yeah. According to what they sent me, yeah.
According to your sources, there was 1 less character in Bleach.
So, yeah, true. True. But I've learned to report that now. And now it's not me saying. It's according to the person I asked at Sega, who checked with the producer. This will not be in ranked. Collectibles are a lot more than before. This is like the grind game mode from the looks of it. I didn't ask about this specifically, so I don't know much about it. But it seems like you select any Hashira, and you have this full tree of like encounters and collectibles to grab. This seems like such a grind. This seems insane. I don't know if all of this is required, if they're gonna like lock trophies behind this or whatnot. But at the same time, I don't mind this being there because if you think it's boring, you just don't play it. But it's cool for people that don't enjoy online and want more offline content. This is kind of an arcade mode they can play for a long time. Character mastery levels. That's pretty much what they've done with Storm connections. Like each character has a mastery level and they unlock more stuff, like cosmetics and whatnot. Lots of like customization options now. You can make a stamp like this with, or sorry, a card like this with different stamps and whatnot. So they've evolved the cards for online. That's, you know, not a big deal for me. There you go. Hinokami Chronicles 2 comes out early August, but early access starts in late June. Yeah, August 5th, but 5 days early, so like July. Sorry, I said June. July 31st. Pretty big deal of a trailer, and now we have the full roster as well. Now, this week, let's switch over to Bleach. This week we got some pretty big news. Ranked and the first DLC character. Kurosaki Ichigo 1000-Year Blood War. I would not pick another Ichigo as my first DLC character, you know? We knew this was definitely going to happen. They were definitely going to do another Ichigo. I just didn't expect him to be the first one. The character's pretty sick. I like the character's moveset a lot. And I like this stance, man. The signature move, you take the stance and then you have 4 different follow-ups. Supers are pretty solid. Normals are pretty solid. I think this is a very solid character.
Man, why is my boy Ichigo dual wielding? I'm still at Wakamundo.
Look, I've heard some people go, wait, did they just spoil me and whatnot? Yada yada yada. Did they just spoil stuff? Like, this is not
from what
this
from what I've heard.
But like, what comes next? Have you seen it, Smoke?
I mean, yeah, I've seen you play this on one.
Right. So what comes next is manga only for now. Like, this hasn't been animated yet. But like, Jump Force spoiled this so long ago.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't this in Jump Force?
Yeah.
Like,
Jump Force spoiled this for so long ago that I guess that's why.
Even Mugetsu in J-Stars, so like, they're not out the lines of spoiling shit when it comes to Bleach.
Like, anyone that cares remotely about Bleach has seen the shit, bro. Like, it's been so
Exactly.
yeah, and alongside the character also came Ranked. Season Pass is still going to be 4 characters, so you expect Bleach to be around for a while. What was this, like 3? How much time was it from release until this first DLC? Because that kind of gives us a timeline. 2 months? Sounds about right. Was it? Bleach release date. I forgot. Bleach.
No, sounds about right.
Wait, Rebirth of Souls. It was March, so 3 months, right? March, April, May, June. 2 and a little bit. Yeah, 2-3 months between characters for DLC sounds about right for a Bandai Namco arena fighter, honestly. Yeah, ranked matches came out. They're here. You start playing ranked matches. There's like penalties for leaving and whatnot. So good job on them doing all that stuff. And you don't really lose points at the start, but as you rank up, then you start losing points for each loss. And I think it caps at 5,000. Now, every point you get beyond 5,000 is like bragging rights. It doesn't go. It gets reset at the end of the season, basically. So your goal each season would be get the 5K, and the rest is just for the leaderboard, kind of. Wait, it only just got ranked? Yes, also. Anime games are built different. Yeah, the points you lose is small. Yeah, at the start, it is. I mean, at the start, there's nothing, and then I think it's small. I don't know if it increases. I haven't grinded ranked too much yet. But yeah, if it stays small, then it's not a ranked mode. It's a grind mode. You can lose more matches than you win. If you just keep playing, you'll rank up. And I think that's not ranked. Alongside this came a very big and awesome balance patch. People are loving this. Big changes to yellow and blue reverse. They want those to be used more often. I don't know if they will, but they definitely buff them. And then every single character. Every single character got.
Didn't they also boost how much spirit gauge you get when using white?
No, white wasn't touched.
Are you sure?
Increased recovery, amount of guard gauge. Increase the amount of guard gauge recovered when using burst rebirth, which is blue. Shorten the time it takes for it to recover. Reduce the modifier of soul rebirth, making it easier to extend combo damage. That's yellow. Significantly increase the multiplier for spiritual power acquisition during the effect's duration. That's yellow.
Got it. Yeah, I thought soul rebirth was white for some reason.
I don't think so. But I might be wrong. I think the idea is like, we know white is the most powerful. We're going to buff everything else. Yeah, really big. Overall, Bankai Ichigo got nerfed to the ground. Shikai Ichigo might be the best Ichigo out there right now.
Nell got buffed.
Nell got buffed, which is ridiculous, but every other top tier got nerfed. My GOAT Kimpachi, I still haven't tried him, but the guy got a pretty good buff from reading it. And yeah, I think Stark is one of the strongest characters in the game now. They gave him a 6 stock. And he basically has Ichigo loops. He can loop for free, basically. Doesn't even need the install, but the install helps. Who else is very strong now? There was another character. Oh, Shuhei got pretty buff as well. he every time he spends meter, the fury gauge increases, so he can get more stocks earlier. And Kyoraku also got super buffed, but I haven't seen any big Kyoraku plays yet. Mairi and Shusui are terrorizing me. I didn't see what Mairi got. Was he that buffed?
He deals more poison.
So poison is just a damage buff to him. It's not actual poison. It's not actually damage over time.
Yeah, the effect. Basically, the summary they gave is that, we wanted poison to be a lot more impactful.
Okay. Oh, Byakuya got buffed. It sounds like a nerf, but it's not. Basically, his signature move can no longer... he lost his regular combo. He can't, flash step and then SP1. He can't do signature move into flash or quick attacks, so it sounds like a nerf. But then, flash attack adjusted the attack judgments to extend reach. And the quick attack, dash quick attack made it faster. Quick attack extended reach. So basically, it just has more range on his buttons. And he basically has frame traps. He has a lot, a much easier time hitting you. Even though he doesn't get as much reward from each hit anymore, it's much easier for him to keep hitting and controlling the neutral. He's very strong. Byakuya is very, very strong. Now, my question for Bleach, and I actually don't know the answer to this, is it too late? Because I think this patch is awesome. It gave us ranked, which we really wanted for a long time. It gave us an awesome DLC character. It gave us an incredible balance patch. But it's been more than 2 months since the last one. And I've been queuing up for ranked, and sometimes I'm getting 10-minute queues. And it doesn't feel like a week where the game got revived, you know? It feels like it's on live support already, and this is PlayStation. So I guess my question to everyone out there is how has your experience been so far? Because mine hasn't been as positive as I expected it to be. I haven't been jumping into matches just like that as much as I expected it to be. And they might have made this change too late. In my opinion, they saved everything for a big patch. You should have done smaller patches over time, because the silence over those 2 months was maybe deadly for this game. I play on Xbox. I never waited more than 2 minutes. Might be a region. That's crazy. Xbox is definitely not more active than PlayStation, so yeah, it could be a region for sure. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I don't know the answer to this for sure, and that's why I would love to hear what people think, what their experiences have been like. My experience in Geekshin Squadra has been pretty good. Now, do you guys remember Project Multi? This new Dragon Ball game now has a new name, Geekshin Squadra, the Dragon Ball MOBA. And I have been loving the character reveals. They have been revealing such fun characters that you don't normally see this early in a Dragon Ball game. I mean, think about, we don't have Cell. We have Zamasu, but don't have Goku Black. We don't have a Vegeta, or any fusion. We don't have Android 17. We don't have Teen Gohan or Adult Gohan. We don't have Super Buu or Kid Buu. Instead, we have Baby, but not just any baby, by the way. We have Baby Young. We've had Baby Vegeta and Super Baby 2 in many Dragon Ball games, but Baby Young is quite the choice, and he might actually be my favorite character to play in this game because they made his moveset, his kit, really, really interesting. I am a fan of this game. The beta is open this time. You don't need an invite to play. It is crossplay as well, so no matter where you are, except Xbox. I don't think it's on Xbox. Or I don't think it's going to be on Xbox. But it's on Switch, it's on mobile, it's on PC, it's on PlayStation.
It's been playing on my phone, actually.
Yeah? How does it feel?
It's honestly really fucking well optimized, especially because my phone is medium end, mid-end. And it's running perfectly fine. It doesn't overheat much. It's run at a very constant frame rate. The controls are smooth. They feel good.
If it overheated, would it be medium smoking?
Probably not, since they don't allow the word smoke in the names.
They don't. They don't allow you to be smoke. Yeah, video coming out today on the main channel, actually, exploring some of the more interesting character picks. So I don't play Vegeta, I don't play Trunks, I don't play Gohan, because those are characters you see in many Dragon Ball games. Also, there were in the previous beta. But I play basically everyone else, like Bojack, Caulifla, Dabura, Oob, Baby Young, Frieza First Form. The last game that I saw that had Frieza First Form playable and not final form was Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu. I am not joking. That's the last time this guy was playable without Final Form also being playable.
I've been loving Oob and Frieza, honestly.
Explain
like my favorite
Oob to me, because I don't fucking get him. That's the one character that I had trouble.
You use your skill 1, and you gain the Cyclone, which is the Ki Blast floating above you.
Yeah.
From that, you can use your basic attack to shoot, and it also shoots those Cyclone Ki Blasts
so
home in.
That's the thing. Like, I'd never felt like he was a big damage dealer, and he's very squishy too, so it didn't feel like a glass cannon. But maybe it's because, like, I can't stop mashing. It's because, like, because every time you shoot the basic attack, the Cyclone meter empties itself. So do I just need to build it up and not use the basic attacks ever until it's full?
If you don't use it for long enough, it goes away. So it's basically like you are going to be building it mid-fight, and then you either unleash it all in an ult that deals more damage the more Cyclone you have, or you use your second skill, which increases the range of your burst of your basic attack, and strike from a distance.
Yeah.
You have a third option of you just go jungling and start killing NPCs until a fight happens.
Yeah,
and
that
you just
too.
join in with a massive cyclone.
Okay. Yeah, but I have to kill NPCs without using basic attacks. That's the thing. Like, it always empties the bar.
I mean, heck, I do that with Bojack. Let me tell you, Bojack has made me learn how stupid divine cards can be if you're actually smart, though.
Really? Okay.
I don't understand them yet.
Yeah, I just have them on auto.
I'll tell you right now, the default for attackers is actually so bad, and when you actually choose them manually, it's crazy.
Okay. Interesting. Even Sparking Zero doesn't have Baby Young Body. What other game has it? Probably mobile stuff. You know, Legends or Dokkan or whatever. I can't think of any others off the top of my head, but chat, let me know if you
Speaking
know
of
any.
Sparking Zero, something just got posted in the news channel.
Really? Okay, breaking Sparking Zero news. Gonna see this for the first time right now. We are implementing a seasonal system for ranked matches. W, that's so good. Yo, thanks for the raid, Ditch OP. Hope you had a good stream. Up. And Sparking Zero implementing a seasonal system for ranked matches commencing in early July. The current ranked match period will conclude on June 23rd, at which time players will receive titles based on their final rank as Season 0 rewards. Subsequent seasons will begin with a partial rank reset determined by the player's performance in the preceding season. So if you're a Z rank, you don't have to grind all the way up again. You'll probably get like an A5 or whatever. But rank reset is great. Seasonal resets are, in general, I'd love to see this more in anime games. They don't do it enough. And let's move on to soul leveling. Why not? During the Xbox show, maybe you saw this trailer. Soul Leveling Arise Overdrive. Anyway, is it the mobile game? Because the mobile game was like Soul Leveling Arise. But this one says Overdrive on top of it. What is going on? And they're like promising co-op and whatnot. And the other game had co-op in a few modes. But basically, this is almost like the mobile game has been remixed, according to Trader, who tried the demo. And I think there's a demo out there. You can just try it. It's been remixed. There's still gacha, even though they say... Okay, the messaging is weird. You don't get champions by rolling. All right? You don't pull for champions by doing that. But you still walk up to a lady and get a random champion out of 3 choices. So it's like... It's technically not gacha, but still kind of got that random stuff. I don't know. My big problem with Arise was the gacha RPG system, right? And it's not like I don't mind the random pulls. To me, it's the RPG curve. It's like with a stamina system, you're making me grind for 3 days to level up once, and or pay to extend the stamina. And I just want to play through this story, and you're gating me heavily. If that stuff's still in, I kind of don't care. But this is a good chance for me to check back in and go, maybe they'll let me play the full game now. Because I didn't mind this game at all. It is kind of a Honkai clone. You press buttons on cooldown and things die. And it's very flashy on screen. But it's the game. This game got me into reading the Soul Leveling manhwa. It's how powerful that was. and I've read it all now. So kind of looks like Devil May Cry Gacha. That was the take when Arise was announced, and then it came out and like, oh no, it doesn't play like Devil May Cry. It has Devil May Cry effects, I guess, but it doesn't play like it at all. What's the point of gacha when you play one character only? Well, in this game you don't. You play as any of the hunters. S-rank hunters are, you know, rarer. They're 5 stars or whatever. And then there's like multiple versions of every character as well. You know, like every gacha. Is this your typical Genshin gameplay? A little bit, but more dungeon-based, less open world. It's a Honkai clone. Not... it's an Impact clone. It's not a third rail Honkai, but Honkai Impact. That was like the original. Yeah, that was the original formula. Let's get to the reason why Smoke is here.
I would have been here regardless, just so you know.
No, you wouldn't.
We got All Might. Was it last week, Smoke?
Yeah, last week.
All right, last week we got a new quirk site for All Might. What's this? What's this role now? He was Assault and now he is Strike?
Rapid.
Rapid, okay. So Rapid All Might, he has a Gatling gun for his alpha. The longer you hold it, the quicker it fires.
And you get super armor.
You get super armor, do this glowing yellow. For a beta... Is this the beta?
Yeah, remember that they forgot to post it on the English account for like the longest time. And so I don't know if they posted it right now.
Is this a tap versus hold? You tap it, so it's a projectile.
If you tap it, it just shoots the projectile.
And
if you hold it, you can just go ahead again.
Okay, and then we have Arizona Smash. We just grab a dude, smash him into the ground. You're also super armored here.
And the impact causes damage as well.
The impact causes damage as well.
This guy focuses a lot on just punishing teammates. So you down someone, their teammates come to pick them up. You grab them with Gamma, and then you also hit the down guy into the zone. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the My Hero chat, I posted a few clips, and they have someone talking.
So you want me to mute them, or?
I mean, you can leave them on. They don't say anything bad.
Oh, I'll be the judge of that.
He sounded so offended there when he said newbie.
All right, big grab.
The Gamma, as you can see, it tracks.
Aim for another guy. That was a 2-for-1. That was beautiful. All right.
It's good to see Rumble versus back in the form of this All Might.
Rumble versus Sobek. I made that joke.
You can see here the alpha. It goes super fast and deals a lot of damage.
It goes really far too.
And this is what I wanted to show here. And you can just dash, turn around, then tap it again to shoot the projectile.
Right. He linked the two, but did one hold and one tap. That was cool. All right. This is clip number 2. Clip number 3.
This is what I was talking about with the punish.
I'm being punished for watching the spit rate.
Hey, your teammate's down.
Damn, the chase down.
So there the Kurogu goes down.
Oh, your teammate.
And in comes the Mirio.
Oh. Good shield.
Man, grab on, wake up.
The Mirio is in cooldown. Up.
Uh-oh. Get back in there. Oh my god, he almost got her.
You're fucked.
And no.
You're fucked.
You're really just farming that one move, huh? Nice.
This is a whole end game, by the way. It's like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Just to show more or less the general gameplay.
ATB.
You didn't miss all of ATB. We're still there. We're still there, Vankill.
You can see here, grabbing the compress, slowing them down. That compress is now out of position. He has to use Gamma to escape.
Bro, I just didn't know it.
You see him there. Bam, snipe.
Sniping with a beta.
The Dali got to revive because of that.
Can the alpha not be used in the air? I haven't seen him do it yet.
I think it can, but it doesn't ramp up as much.
What the? Okay.
I might have a kid walking in here.
And you can see, you could see right there, he grabbed the down enemy to punish the teammate.
Damn.
Child live on ATV.
Yeah, see, you can use it in the air.
Right. Yeah, it just falls slowly, right?
Damn, bro.
What are you shooting?
On your
Oh.
left.
Oh. Dude,
Oh.
that grab tracks like crazy.
And that grab, and then the Davi grabbed them out of the grab.
That was actually bad.
Pushy.
I mean, I think Davi deals more damage.
Yeah, but like grab him after the bounce.
Oh no.
I think they're immune.
Just grab the guy who's already down.
Just don't leave him in there.
Yeah, that's the last skill.
Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you, Smoke, for collecting them clips. Thank you, Smoke. W Smoke in chat. Folks,
No one's gonna give me W's.
W Smoke in chat for gathering the clips for your viewing pleasure. Wow,
Smoke in
Ashra. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that is Ultra Rumble still going strong. Rena says, I saw a microtransaction for that stupid new currency that costs 99. Still going
Which
strong.
currency?
Nice. All right, let's see. I think I saw them advertise it too. Is it this one? Drop event is live. Participate to
No,
earn
this
a
is
team slot.
just
No,
you
okay.
play and you get more drops.
All right. I don't know what that new currency is. W Smoke. See, you got a W. Let's move on to something else. Look, this is like 2 weeks old at this point, but I think someone needs to, give it a bit of a megaphone because this is really interesting. This doesn't happen every day. So Naruto Storm community, I think we should get together and demand official communication from Piroshi specifically. This is Matsuyama, the president of CC2, about whether the game will end or not. It's disrespectful to keep us hoping in the dark. MK1 is an example of a serious company that doesn't want to see players create false hopes. So yeah, this comes in the wake of like Mortal Kombat 1 announcing that it's done, basically. And okay. And he responded. Basically said, unfortunately, I cannot promise anything at this stage, but at the very least, CyberConnect 2 and I have no intention of letting this project end like this. You have no choice but to believe us. So, big, kind of like giving players some hope. They're like, no, we want this to happen. We want this to continue. But I feel like there's also like turning a blind eye to the first part of the sentence, which is, unfortunately, I cannot promise anything at this stage. Now, I
To
think
me,
if you
this
look...
reads
Yeah, go for
like it tanked so hard on release, it never recovered, and now they're like asking Bandai to maybe allow them, but it's tough.
Maybe. I'm not going to make comments on like whether it tanked or not. I think that's very much speculation. But the way I read this is basically, unfortunately, Bandai Namco has not approved us to do anything in the future. But we're trying to fight for it, right? I think if you look at the update history on Storm connections, you can kind of conclude that they're done. Because even though like patches and DLC have been done for a while, there was one thing they kept doing for a really long time, which was those ninja battles. And the last
The
one,
minigames, right?
Yeah, I gotta scroll a bunch to find the last one. I think if you look at the frequency for these events, these ninja battle events, where like you vote for one of the sides that you want to represent, then you play ranked matches. Like, who would you want as your instructor? And Sasuke won this one, right? Won this on May 14. It's been a full month and we haven't had a new ninja battle yet. I think that's very telling that it's done. Because this was the last thing they were like doing to keep the game updated, and now there hasn't been even a ninja battle, which is a pretty cheap thing to make for your game. Not even like talking about DLC or balance patches. And because there hasn't been one of these in a month, I would conclude alongside this that Storm Connections is done, which is a crazy thing to say like a week after Shinobi Striker started Season 9, right? But yes, CyberConnect 2 obviously doesn't want to let this go, and I would love to see Storm continue. But
I mean,
maybe
I would love
like
to see them let it go.
I would love to see maybe like also something Matsuyama said, which was I want to make the next step in Naruto games. You know, like just like we had Ultimate Ninja and we had to evolve the whole formula for Storm, I think we're due for the next step in Arena Fighters. Obviously, like Demon Slayer, I think is already an evolution of the Storm formula, obviously adapted to a different concept, but you can still see a lot of that Storm DNA in Demon Slayer. I don't think you can see some stuff, I guess, from Ultimate Ninja into Storm, but it feels completely different. And more than anything, that's what I would like to see from CC2. If they get another go at this, it's not to... I mean, Storm Connections could be the game that you update forever. For the Storm game that you update forever, while you make a brand new Naruto experience, the next step, the next evolution of Ultimate Ninja. But since that didn't work out, yeah, I would much rather see that, whatever that is. I think it's much more interesting than keeping this game alive forever. Now, of course, sometimes it's not about you either get this or this. Sometimes you get both, sometimes you get neither. So, it is a bummer what happened to Naruto Storm Connections, especially if you're CyberConnect 2, because you definitely did not want the game to come out like this, but you got pushed into doing it. And that hurts the whole studio's reputation, and of course they would hate to leave it like that. Only one season for a Storm game. That's crazy. The Storm game that was going to be their money maker for Naruto. They were going to sell DLC forever on this thing. It tanked so bad at launch that it got canceled at the end of season 1. And that is pure speculation on my part. Again, I don't know if it tanked at launch. I assume it did. But yeah, wanted to bring this up because this is like the president of CC2 speaking out in a way that, like, this was an approved message by Bandai or anything, so it's kind of rare to see this kind of stuff. Maybe a return to 2D fighters, maybe. I don't know. The reaction to Tokon and Invincible kind of reminded me that people don't like fighting games, except if you're already there, right? So maybe not, bro. I don't know.
I can, as someone from more or less outside, I can tell you we do not fucking like those games.
Yeah,
I see people going, oh, we need to have a 2D fighting game of this and that. And it's like, please, no. I just want a game I can actually play.
Well, you can actually
Naruto
play
MOBA,
games.
Naruto Geekshin Squadra.
Yeah. The fighting game on mobile. Anyway. Persona 4 Revival. I'm not going to talk about this too much. This was the world's worst kept secret. A remake of Persona 4 got shown at Xbox Games, and it's really just a tease. This is the most you're going to see of it. Is just the
world's worst name for Persona fucking remake.
This is the most you're going to see. That's it.
It looks genuinely
Jogging
so
simulator.
bad.
Why
Honestly,
revival?
yeah.
Why not rerun, rewind? Why the fuck do we make a P4 remake, not P6?
Yeah, make a VCR analogy of the retro TV. I agree with that, man. Revival. I guess you shoot yourself in the head a lot. Wait, no, that's the other one.
That's in the third
P3.
game.
That's reload,
That's
which
right,
at least
that's
makes
reload.
sense there.
Reload
You
makes
can
sense.
keep
Oh my
shooting.
god, I'm so mad now.
Yeah, exactly. See, yeah,
God, you made me mad,
wanna
Andrew.
be
You made me
too
mad
dumb
now.
yeah.
Okay.
I've been mad. Ashura
Yeah,
has been mad. I'm fucking human now.
Let's get happy.
I am on the hill that P4R is not meant to exist. Well,
Let's be happy.
well, let's be happy with this.
This
Unless-
is a cool promo. I don't know why
Unless you want
he's
to-
mad about the Persona 4 Revival name too. It's like, god damn it. They could have done so much better with the name.
I mean,
Like,
speaking
rewind
of other
the-
things to be mad, if you really don't like Ingrid, then you're not gonna like it.
Yo, that's crazy because I think Ingrid is a fire choice. I saw Ingrid and I'm like, oh, finally,
she
you
has,
can do
she has
justice
a
for
very,
Ingrid.
she has
This
a very
guy looks
unfortunate
like Kenny
history.
Omega. I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
he does look like him.
It
But,
looks like him a lot.
So is this
well,
person. That
you know,
looks...
very safe picks overall with like Alex and Sagat, because they were already DLCs from SF5.
It's also
going
another
into this
king.
one.
They've had a king every
Bro,
DLC.
Like-
Sagat is gigantic, bro.
Oh, he's always been a big boy.
Yeah,
Like,
he's always been a big boy, but like seeing him in every game is just like another reminder of, oh my god, you're so okay. I want to see him next to Marissa and
Geef.
And Geef, I guess, just to see how much he towers
Lily
over
and
this guy.
Sagat, and it's just like a tiny girl.
The hitboxes are gonna be hilarious.
True. I do love that they finally brought back C Viper. 11 years since she last been in a Street Fighter game. So, very long time.
Yeah, there it is.
It's been longer for Ingrid.
So they have
I think,
gameplay for Sagat, indicating that he's probably gonna be first.
Ingrid was, what, Capcom Fighting Evolution or something like that? So that's like way
Yeah,
longer.
Alpha 3 Max and Capcom Fighting Evolution, which is like, yeah.
There you go. We got our historians in the house. Moving on to more fighting games, we got 2 fighting game announcements that like completely caught everyone off guard. First one, this Spider-Verse animation really got me. And then fucking Invisible comes on, and I'm like so hyped for this. Like, this is sick. And then it's a fighting game, and I'm like, sick, I love fighting games. But the animation work was like, that's not what you sold me before. That looked better than the video game. Wait, I'm being lied to. But still exciting. Still exciting to see an Invincible game.
I saw
And a fighting
someone
game,
put on Twitter, I mean, and it's like, yo, the Invisible versus roster is so cool. And the roster is like 15 Supermans and a Bakugo.
Yeah.
As if we're not gonna argue with Dragon Ball. With
Animations
like
feel like
20
Mortal
fucking Gokus.
Kombat. That was my first impression too. It's like these Mortal Kombat ass animations, and then it was like, oh, this is made by Killer Instinct's developers. They just split off and made a new studio. And it's like that makes a lot of sense actually. Like that's very much a Killer Instinct aesthetic.
Even the way they like handle moves and stuff is very Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm very confident with them to make a good fighting game, but it is their first tag game.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like it's been pretty cool from the gameplay I've heard from all the videos that are being shared.
Yeah, exactly. This game was playable at Combo Breaker behind closed doors, and every creator kept the secret pretty well. I think, you know, Maximilian, James Crofts, who else? Sajam played it. A bunch of people played it, and overall pretty positive on the game, and saying, "Yo, it looks even better than the trailer." So I'm down. I'm down to play it. I mean, my tweet sounded a little bit of a downer, but I think people also tend to.
Gloku hates video games.
Yeah, I hate video games. I like keeps. So like, look, man, I'll play that Invincible Fighter, but after 2xKO and Marvel Tokon, it feels like a side game already. And like, I don't want to understate this part of the tweets, right? I will play the video game, right? And if I change my mind, I change my mind. Like, I'll try it out.
But also 2xKO is the side game.
Yeah, apparently like 2x. What the fuck happened? Was it the roster announcements? Like suddenly
It was
this is
definitely
the
the roster announcement.
Okay, yeah, and like walk with me, gang. Like, I got this before Mighty Keith tweeted, but this summed it up pretty well. Like the replies are like, "Bro, 2xKO is the side game." Like, that's okay. Wow, what a turnaround. That's crazy.
I mean, if you ask me, it's gonna be the side game until it's no longer the side game, and it's actually like
yeah,
pretty
it's
beefy.
like it's a grower.
All I'm saying is I'm real happy that Impact is releasing sooner and not later, because that was a great. It's probably the greatest time it could have released before all this shit.
Yeah, no, Impact's gonna die pretty quick. Yeah, I agree.
Damn, ow.
I mean, no, look, man, it's gonna be a great couple of months, and then sayonara, right? And I think that's maybe $60 is maybe asking a bit much for a good couple of months. And we're gonna close the show as ads pop into Twitch with Marvel Tokon These Nuts Fighting Souls.
Oh my god.
This
Marvel without
Okay,
Capcom
listen.
4.
This was State of Play PlayStation, and I was watching it alone because my wife and kid went to the grandparents' house because this was the day before I left for America. I'm sad there was no camera on me. This was the most genuine no reaction I've ever had. This legit like Arxis. I'm like, okay, no. What do you mean vibrative shield? Why are Marvel characters speaking Japanese? Very inspired choice, by the way, to keep Japanese dub for this, because they really went. I just want Arxis to make their own version of Marvel characters. And I think Iron Man really shows that. And yeah, as I showed this to my girlfriend yesterday, she did the tweeter comment of going, "That's just like Street Fighter." I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong. You know, in the grand scheme
It's
of things,
the anime fighter
they did
without
make
the
another.
anime.
Yeah, they did make another Street Fighter with more characters. You know, at the end of the day, if we're too in the weeds, sure, this is like a Guilty Gear Strive. This is like a Marvel vs. Capcom. This is like, yeah, it's a tag fight. It's different. Like, sure. For a casual fan, it's like, oh, all these games look the same. So I'm starting to get that side of things, but personally, on a more like selfish note, this is my shit, bro.
Do a new Marvel property fighting game. It's been ages. Feels like.
Imagine Capcom releases Marvel vs. Capcom. As Marvel
No, if anything,
doesn't seem to be
they're
doing
gonna hit
exclusivity anymore, and it's also crazy. Like, oh man, first of all, I guess Arxis is okay with doing licensed work again. What the fuck happened?
You see,
I mean,
this not
to
Bandai
be fair, they've
Namco.
been still doing licensed work. It's just like specific licenses. Like they're technically working on Impact. They technically did DNF Duel.
That was a publishing deal. No, and that's not even like they're publishing on different regions. They're not publishing. Bushiroad is publishing in Japan.
True.
Is it
That's
Well,
they're
really
like
just
far
Bandai
removed from that.
Namco?
They did give like aiding help. That's definite. They gave aiding a lot more help than people realize on that stuff.
Grand Blue is licensed. That's a good point.
Grand Blue's also very licensed.
Yeah.
Is it just Bandai Namco they don't like?
No, I
I
think
think
they
they really
don't
don't
like
like
Toei.
Bandai and Toei.
I think it's Toei specifically. Yeah. I think the Toei season 1, like post season 1 Dragon Ball Fighter stuff, of like trying to ban tournaments, and then just like I remember a quote of like Dragon Ball Fighters has sold 10 million copies. Guilty Gear Strive has sold 500,000. We have made more money from Strive. And this was before
Yeah, I
Strive
remember
reached
that.
the millions. So like
Let's say Strive
It's
is
insane.
At
It's
like
like-
4 million right now, I think.
yeah, now it's 4 million, but at the time it was 500K. And so it's crazy to think like how the splits work when like a game has sold 20 times more, literally. And you've made more money from the game that has sold 20 times less. Okay, I guess see you later. Yeah, and with Marvel, I guess Marvel has been pretty good at like giving these studios a lot of freedom. I think they found a lot of success. Also, like this game's happening because of Spider-Man, right? I think Sony said that directly. The Sony plus Marvel partnership on Insomniac Spider-Man is what has allowed Sony to like approach Marvel to make a fighting game and link them up with Arxis, right? And I think Marvel Games has seen a lot of success in giving studios some freedom for designing stuff. I think especially like Marvel Rivals is the latest example. But before that, we also had that card game. What was it called? Snap?
Snap.
Yeah.
Snap.
So yeah, I feel like it's a different ball game, and it's something that like Japanese licensors either adapt or die. And it's wonderful to see. I think it leads to more competitive, a more competitive space, and Japan
Speaking
either
of
adapts or it's
Japan,
fucked. Yeah. What's up?
I think some people saw the Marvel token and they went like, Horikoshi is doing the character designs.
Yeah, look at Miss Marvel specifically because she low-key does look like an MHA design.
Yeah, I haven't seen it confirmed anywhere, but like people are saying that.
I think it's more of like, okay, it looks like it, right? But maybe, man.
I mean, non-zero chance. Superheroes. I mean,
Exactly. But that is going to do it for today's Around the Bush. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to catch these live, make sure to tune in to Twitch every Friday. If not, appreciate you guys watching over there on the YouTube side of things. Catch you guys next week. Bye.